else's dreams.
Whoa! Everything has changed. What happened? This is quite different to last stream, right, guys? So I don't even know if we are ready for this stream today because it might look slightly tidy and it might look okay on this side, but believe me, all around me, everything is different. Richard, you know, the camera lies in this case. Believe me, the camera lies. So we're gonna be damn she tidy. We're gonna be keeping an eye on everything, okay? So things like this. Yo, Richard, so clean. I wish. Mic is hot. We are hot. Is it loud? Let me know. It should be the same as like the Shred Club. They shouldn't be that different, but let me know because that is stuff that we can tweak as we go. Check. So you guys let me know. Let me know. But today, well, there's a couple of things that we want to do. Mic isn't hot. Okay, that's great. Okay, you just keep me in the loop. Okay. I'm crystal clear. I'll take crystal clear. So there's a couple of things we're going to do. Let me tell you a little bit about this setup first of all, because I think it's going to be really, really cool. So I've literally just last night got it pulled back together, and I mean just in the nick of time. But we can do some really, really cool things. So for example, we can still go over and we can jump in and out of Ableton and do all the production stuff that we were doing before. But with this setup, what I'm really, really, really looking forward to is obviously we can use guitars that have green colors in them. Okay, that's a biggie. So I'm gonna go through all of the Ibanez collection over the next, I don't know, the couple of days, the next week or so, but certainly in the coming streams, which I'm really, really excited about. And secondly, the pedal board stuff, I ripped my board apart. There's only one way I can say. I ripped it apart, and I'm looking down here as if it's like here, but it's not. But we are going to get the other cam onto the pedal board, and we're going to build some tones in together. So really, really cool stuff. Okay, and also the nice thing is Siglet's here as well. Not going to use the backgrounds. Well, let me tell you about Shred Club. And cheers, I'm having a cup of tea as well. We are a little bit chilled today compared to previous streams, but we're going to grab some guitars, and the shredding's not going to be chilled because I've got to learn the solo to a brand new song. New pedals, yes. But one of the cameras is going to go on the pedal board, and I'm going to route the audio in and out of the actual computer over there. So we're going to do some really cool stuff. Already starting to warm up in here, which is great because it's absolutely freezing in the UK currently. Very cold. And if you're watching over on Fishman's channels, hi, welcome. I'm Thomas McRocklin, and today we're going to be playing some guitars, hanging out together. Obviously, all my main guitars have variations of, Fishman Fluence, and obviously I'll be playing guitars that have Fishman Fluence. And if you have any questions, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, fire them into the chat. Yeah, and this is all this is a completely different stream to what we have been doing recently, but I'm excited. What about you guys? You've got a foot of snow, Commando. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's not that bad up here, but a foot is pretty heavy going, mate. That is hefty snow. Let me just check out. Hey, you guys watching over on YouTube or Facebook, can you just give me a couple of 1-2s or whatever you like in the chat, and I'll make sure I can see your chat okay. Wouldn't want to miss your comments over there. I see you're on holiday in a normal house today. That is right? It feels rather different. It does feel a little bit different. And I'm still rearranging windows as we move around here. Alec is over on Facebook with a thumbs up. Alec, I can see your comments are coming in, so that is awesome. And obviously I can see all my guys over on Twitch, which is great. Alec, thanks for that. If anybody's watching on YouTube, if you can give me a little test as well, I'm going to grab an axe, and we're going to start warming up a little bit because whilst it might be like super fun to rip cables and pull things apart, hi, it certainly leaves me playing a far less guitar as well. So let me grab an axe. Oh, we've got the Osiris today, and what I really like about this setup as well is I can show you, I can just bring it right to the camera. We can go close. Look at that. Rather nice finish on these Fluence pickups. Look at that roasted neck on this guy. Really dig that guitar. Super cool. Very nice. So this is my Osiris. And Matthew, good morning over on YouTube. Yeah, I really like that finish. It's really cool. That's nice. Continue those chugs. That's a very nice webcam. Oh, thank you. Oh, Joseph, what is up? Yeah, morning Matthew as well over on YouTube. Good morning to you. I'm going to give myself a little bit more volume in the room. And like I say, guys, this is a brand new setup. I haven't really mentioned hardly anything up to anybody about this setup. In fact, I've just put a story up very briefly. Let me just do one thing, and then we will play some tracks and learning solos. Oh, man. Oh, damn the pedal shelf. Well, actually, there's another pedal shelf en route. And I've got about 30 pedals to go on this other pedal shelf, which is going to go in that corner as well. Separate to that, we're going to have a pedal board, which is going to be to my left. And there's going to be a dedicated camera on that pedal board. And I'm going to route. This is where it's going to get really interesting. I'm planning on routing. This is crazy stuff, but I think it's going to work. I'm going to put my guitar into the pedal board, and then we're going to route things like compressors, things like overdrives on the front end of it. But let's say, hey, I want to hear, I don't know, like a Strymon Big Sky or a Timeline. but I want to hear it after the Neural DSP overdrive. So that means the audio has to go into the patch system. If you want something on the front end, you route it through that. And then you take a signal into the DAW, and then a signal back from the DAW into the other input on the patch system, which then goes into stereo effects pedals, which then goes back into the computer. It sounds like a crazy setup, but I've been thinking about it, and that would mean that, hey, let me hear, I don't know, an Eventide H9 after the Corey 1 clean, for example, because, you know. So can you imagine the type of crazy stuff we're going to get into? And I think that's going to be a big part of this type of look, this type of stream. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be an absolute geek fest, I feel. But who doesn't like that? I think it might. It's one of your favorite guitars. Okay, yeah, it is a very, very, very cool guitar. And actually, this was the second guitar that, well, my second when I was on the tour with Dragon Force, and out of all the guitars that I had, this was the sort of one that I brought as the backup to the Zeus, and really, really liked it. Brought it out a few shows, but I don't know what it was with the Zeus, but the Zeus just felt so at home on that stream anyway. All right, let me get some messages there and close that off. Twitch votes into a MIDI. Can you imagine? I don't like it. I love it. So, honestly, we're going to probably change things a little bit and keep tweaking things for this setup. Shred Club, yo, over on YouTube, hi. Shred Club will be back, but it will be revamped. We're making some big changes. You know, last time we had a massive team come in, they smashed the place up. They took everything out and they put the new screens, and they had the Fishman graphics and the neural graphics. Well, we've demolished the building, okay? We've demolished the building, and now we are going to build it up again. It's going to be bigger and better. So, but for now, for a couple of weeks or so, we're going to be streaming like this. Chili. That one, dude, you're absolutely right, Chili. You're on the money. It does try and knock me down, but we're going to get some more well thought out displays, I'll say. Where's Steve sleeping? Well, that is a very good choice. That's a good question, Siglet. We have no idea. We just put him out on the street. Oh, don't worry, Andy. The dojo ain't going anywhere. Nope. The dojo's getting a few tweaks as well. What do you mean? Did I forget to play the Shred Club Rent? Harlem, would I? Tony assured me everything was fine. He had all the bills paid. That's what he said to me. That's what he said to me. Some other things that I want to do on this stream. You might have seen Hutch from McRocklin and Hutch doing some writing sessions. Well, we are going to expand those into my stream as well and bring Hutch in from his house. And then not just that, we're going to bring his audio into my Ableton, and we're going to record solos to future tracks together live on stream. And that way you guys will also have a say on what is going in the solos. I mean, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be like, that's pretty fun. So I'm really excited for all of this, really. Yeah, I can't wait for that. So, okay. So I think it's going to be super cool. I mean, like, mega gear fests. Lots more guitars, and I have a big rack of guitars over there. This is just the mini rack. The big rack of guitars is over there. And we're going to be bringing those on. Bringing the retro Ibanez's on as well. You know, who doesn't like some good old 80s and 90s gems? Oh, you missed it. That's okay. Oh, yeah, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be an interesting, fun stream. More cameras, more action. And this new track that we have coming out on the 29th, well, I have to play some playthroughs on the solos. So I kind of have to learn the solo today. Here's the track I'm talking about. Chilled. I think this is actually the backing track, so what I'm going to do is whilst that's playing, I'm going to find the full track. Yeah, this is the actual backing track. Check. I like how I put the ducker on the tracks now as well. Ah, mate, they're the worst. They are the worst. Any chance of the Universe 777? I don't have a 777 Universe. I did have a Universe, a black one with green pickups with my name on the headstock, but that got stolen. Yeah, that's gone. But I do have the Universe, so maybe we can use the Universe. I mean, that'll be a pretty crazy stream. The Steve Vai Universe guitar from the Passion and Warfare. I have that guitar. Maybe it'll make an appearance on the Twitch stream. That'll be good. Yeah, let me get the correct version of that track into the stream, because right now it's the backing track version. So what I can do is just put them sort of side by side, and then yeah, I'll do that. And then I'm gonna have to learn the track. And actually, we don't need to be on that screen for that. Let me drop this in. It's kind of surreal that my actual screen, like that I'm doing all this on, is behind me, right? It's kind of weird. But yeah, I like it though. What do you guys think of this setup? Do you like it? Does it feel like a little different? What do you think? You freaking love it. Oh, that's a great. It looks awesome. Feels like home. Yeah. Oh. Okay, that's encouraging, guys. Yeah, I feel it's more intimate, you know. It's like we are doing stuff together. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got my I built the Sky t-shirt on today. So maybe I can adjust that mic a little bit. Check. So I have a tracksuit, you know, jacket on at least, you know. I like this setup a lot. Okay, Joseph is feeling it. Okay. Yeah, it's like everything just super condensed. I'm actually using, I don't know why, I'm actually using less than half of the room. I just kind of brought everything to this side of the room. But over there, you could put like a bed. I don't know why I did that, but I think it works. It makes us feel a little bit more homely. I like that. Hello, Cod and Chips. Work is done. That is it. Cod and Chips is ready. So the track. Let's get back to the track. Waiting for the right time. Let me drop this into the project. And we'll begin working on learning the solo. Does anybody else hate learning solos as much as I do? But I just know I love this track, and I think it's going to be a really, really cool release. And I want to do a couple of playthroughs of this track, which means learning the solos, which is never a fun thing to do. But it's got to be done. We got to do it. Looks great. Mike over on YouTube. Oh, you're supposed to be working and you're watching streams. Oh, there's worse things you could be doing though, Mike. So that's all right. You'll get away just fine, hopefully. No warnings. Okay. Yeah, this kind of feels odd because like I've mentioned, I'm working on my Mac behind me with a screen over here. It's pretty cool. You could have a green screen used for only dojo and tracksuits. Well, actually, we could, but the trouble is, let me tell you, right now it's a far more comfortable environment to sit at and stream for 2 hours or more, right? Because when you work with like virtual sets and stuff to the level that we were doing, it requires a real high amount of lights, and the lights is blinding. I mean, you know, it was partly one of the reasons why I like to wear the shades, because those lights, I mean, we had 11 lights on blast, royal blast. So, but fun, absolutely, and Shred Club ain't going anywhere. Shred Club's gonna be getting revamped, rebuilt, some really, really cool things coming, but in the meantime, I'm really, really hyped. Love the mug, yeah. It's a little, you know, little dainty, a little flowery. I know. I normally have my School of McRock mug, but so guys, I'm gonna play a track and we'll figure the solo out together a little bit here, and let's see what goes down, eh? Let's see how this works, eh? So here is the actual track. No, that is not the track. Here is the track. Got a vocal on there this time. Yo.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance.
Okay, so that is the section that I need to get down. I need to learn. So when I tracked that solo, I just knew that I really, really wanted the space in the melody. I wanted the question and answer. Very, very kind of McRocklin-esque type of approach to solo with lots of spaces, lots of questions and answers. Oh, very, very nice comment there as well. Thank you. Nice solo. Yeah, I really, really like that approach to solo, and later on it kind of ramps up. But in this case, you actually hear quite a lot of automation. And by the way, that's another area that we are going to get into with this type of stream is production. When I'm mixing and adding my additional parts to McRocklin Hutch songs and projects, I'm going to probably stream those. So it's likely that at multiple times during the day, on random days, unexpected streams will happen. And I think that's going to be really, really fun as well, because it gives you guys an insight and we get to hang out more and do fun stuff, you know, especially during these crazy, crazy, crazy days where everybody's locked up. I think it'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun. Excellent on production. Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Easter eggs. Exactly. Easter eggs. And if you guys have any questions over on the Twitch, over on the Facebook, YouTube, and Facebook pages, just drop them in the comments. Your comments will come straight through to the stream, and I'll do my best to answer them. So I'm just gonna loop that first solo because that's gonna be like a solo that I really want to kind of learn, I guess. So what I'm gonna do inside of Ableton, I'm gonna turn the loop markers off. Yeah, so we don't need any of that. We just want the solo points, really. That's all we want. The bits where the solos come in. If you guys are unfamiliar, unsure, Command plus L will loop. So I'm just going to learn that first line. First the key. there's a little higher guitar up there as well, kind of buried right in the mix. That's the next line. That's the next line that we need to learn. It's kind of reminds me a little bit of Eric Johnston. I guess the interval jumps. What do you think? Any fans of Eric Johnson? It actually sounds like there is a little bit of trem on there. Yeah, trem or vibrato. Yeah. So what I might do is I have not like really planned this out so with the different views, but let's see if we can just maybe picture in picture and flip those a little bit so you guys can see a bit of both of what's going down. How's that for now? So you can see a little bit of thank you, Stu, thank you. So I just gotta figure out where that is on the neck. And it pulls down. So one thing I really like to do is, after a phrase, is go lower in the strings, even that it might be easier to play it. But I tend to use the lower strings to get away from a certain position in the guitar, and I feel that really, really helps, and you can hear that there. It's like I could learn the notes right here, but I'm trying to learn it exactly how I phrased it on the recording. Hey, what's up, Brent? Nice for you guys to hang out over on YouTube. Great to see you, Thomas. And Kirby, looks great. That is awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Oh, and it's the bend. Phrasing. It's not quite there. It's like the notes are there, but the phrasing isn't yet. And you hear the little bend as it goes down. It sort of hits the note and then there's a little sort of bend shimmy. That's quite interesting. And it doesn't repick the note, so it just continues on. It's like, it's details like that that really, really make the solo speak. We're not picking the notes, we're using the momentum of the B string to slide around, and then it's kind of giving it almost like this heartbroken, desperate to hang on, right on the cliffs, hanging on for dear life. And then it comes back. Which plugin? I can't remember which one I used for the tracking of this particular song, but right now I'm using the Granosphere. Which is really, really, it's great. But I have been using the Gojira on recent streams. And the Gojira is also great. Tim is now using the Gojira. I think he just got his codes through today. I think it's a slide, not bend. It's a slide and bend. But yeah, Dom, we'll check that out. Riffs, Beards and Gear. Wow, what a guy. What a guy is here. Hi. Watching over on YouTube. So awesome to have you, buddy. Big fan. So this is a complete different stream to what we do usually. I think you mentioned on one of your streams that I joined that you saw one of my previous streams and you may have joined today and you'd be thinking, what the hell? It's completely different, but we are doing a little bit more of a laid-back, traditional, more of a gear-orientated type of stream for the next couple of weeks. So yeah, should be fun. Should be fun, but thanks for joining in, buddy. So yeah, slides, possibly, definitely, you know, vibrato and bends, but that is like a huge part of phrasing. And you're like, how do you deliver a great sounding solo? Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yeah, just, you know, grab a tea, grab a coffee. In fact, I've got a tea today, dude, and just chilling. So, cheers to you, and thanks again, man. I really dig your channel. Sustain is another one as well, exactly, because it's like through that whole passage, there's probably only one time that I pick the strings, right? So making sure that you have really, really good, clear and concise notes is like super important. So I think we've got that phrase down anyway, so let's just move on a little bit. Ooh. Okay. And you can hear that I've added additional delays on top of the squeals. Because the delay really, really pipes up on the squealies. So yeah, pretty simple solo for the first one. It's not too, it's not too difficult. It is all about delivery, the phrasing, the feel, the vibe. That's what it's all about on that guy. And also not too much gain. If we had too much gain on that, it would just be like, we'd be lost. We couldn't lift and kind of do the mutes. Yeah. Stream looks great. New camera. Actually, the same camera, funny enough, but just completely different setups. Same lens, same camera, but just configured entirely different. This is like actually my room, well, half of it, and the other half is where we do the other type of stream. So, but yeah, it's a complete contrast, though, right? You have to let me know which one you prefer. That'll be interesting, because they are very, very different types of approaches. Do I have much soundproofing? I actually don't. This room has a carpet in it, but the walls are completely not acoustically treated. I have a couple of bass traps in the corner, a couple of bass traps in that corner, but very, very little, if anything, really. Do you have a webcam or an SLR type camera? This is a Sony 6600 into a Elgato HD60S with maybe a Sigma lens. So it's not like ridiculously crazy high end, but it's certainly, gives that nice shallow depth of field, especially if I come in, if I show you something real close, get that guitar. And it's pretty damn quick for the streaming as well, so it's like it's always there. So it seems like a cool setup for that. So have I actually? And I still have my other pedal board on the floor, which has the Bogner Harlow and some other things. Actually, Harlan did make, which I haven't checked out. He made some really cool graphics, which explains the entire signal chain, which is it's going to save a lot of time because it's quite a complex chain. I wonder if we can. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, he's such a cool guy. Really cool guy. I've met him a couple of times, and really just a great band. Awesome tracks, and a very cool guy. Yeah, absolutely. Really cool dude. Nice settings. Thanks, Miner. Going for the trem. Don't have the trem on. separate stream today later, Cooper? No. I feel like I could probably do a little bit more compression, so I'll boost that bloom up. Was told, yes, I got the last. Oh, you got some new strings. That's funny. Fab noodles indeed. Thank you. Try that with the octave app. Fun. Yeah, who was here on the gig on the weekend? We had such a blast doing the gig. It was a lot of fun. Hutch was absolutely out of his mind until 3 a.m. Nah, Hutch couldn't stay up till 3. He couldn't do that. But he was hyped after the show, I remember. Cool idea, Thomas. Could step into a... Oh, okay. Yeah, we could do like a hybrid setup. Richard was at the gig. Yeah, it was fun. We had a lot of fun. It was really, really good. Gig was awesome. Yeah, and also we are also going to revamp the gig setup as well. Completely. Delete it all. Rebuild it. It won't visually look too much different, but it's certainly going to be way more efficient. It's very, very difficult in its current shape to run the gig because it has somewhat in the region of about 50 scenes, and it is a complete handful, especially when we don't have Tony around and it's just me by myself, and trying to change scenes, change sound guitars, read comments. It's like absolutely, it sends your mind backwards is what it does. It completely makes you like crazy, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Richard, that is a fantastic idea, and that is something that I really, really, really want to put together, and it can be done. It can be done, and it will be done. That is one thing that that will be as part of the Shred Club and the McRocklin Hutch 2.0 update, shall we call it. We'll definitely be doing that as well. Oh, Minor, that is a fantastic question. Your playing really influences imagination. Are you playing an acoustic session soon? Well, you've just reminded me that something very, very awesome is on the cards. And thank you for the lovely comment, first of all. But separate to that, Loudon Guitars, you know, the legends that is Loudon Guitars, amazing acoustic builders. Basically, they're going to build an acoustic guitar for me, and it's going to be featuring some amazing technology from Fishman, and it's going to be another type of, I don't know if it's going to be a dedicated acoustic stream where we have an ultra chill session, or it's just going to be part of this stream or this series. I'm not sure, but damn, it's going to be amazing. So the guitar's going to get built, I believe, in Ireland, and then it's going to be sent to Fishman, and they're going to profile it, and they're going to put these incredible profiles of the guitar recorded with all these different mics into the preamp system, and then it's going to come over here. It's not a signature because I technically don't really endorse Loudon guitars, but I'm a huge fan of Loudon guitars. My main acoustic that I've had for many, many years, since the early 90s or so, is a Loudon, right? And it's just such an amazing guitar to play. It sounds epic, absolutely killer. So, yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be epic. So I need to send the email, because the last time they emailed it was a question, and I didn't have the answer. But now I've spoken to Fishman, I do have the answer. So I need to get on that. And you know what I need to do to remind me to do that? I need that pen and paper, the notepad. You see, Loudon. I'm just going to put one word. Is there anything else I should write on this note, guys? Is Loudon enough, or should I write something else? Headless acoustic. Well, I actually have, this guy, the Zeus acoustic, and the Zeus acoustic is awesome. I mean, this thing plugs in and it sounds great. But this Loudon, for acoustic work, it's gonna be that next step on. I tell you, it's gonna be amazing. Catch him, Derry. Okay, Loudon. Catch him. Okay, that's fine. Catch him. Done. Catch him. You won't be able to see that probably because of the bokeh, but I'm gonna leave that over there. And as soon as we're done today, I'm gonna email Loudon. We're gonna continue the progress of this acoustic guitar, because it's gonna be amazing. Hi from Thailand. Wow, that is amazing. Thanks for hanging out today. Wow. Okay, if I'm your idol, well, that's very, very kind, and thanks for joining, buddy. Good to have you here. So headless. Okay. Someday there will be multi-streams. Yeah, I'm sure there will be, Cod. I'm sure there will be. So, question. You can't decide between the Fishman Tosin or the Mero set. Ah, man. Split sounds are important. Well, I have never tried Keith's set, but I have tried the Tosin set many times, because I have that set in many guitars, and it is amazing. So I can only tell you that I love the Tosin set. I mean, I don't even know if you could try a Keith set, so I don't know. It's a difficult one. So 666 Slayer, what's up with you? Hi, thanks for the follow. Is a pick in the same? What is a pick the same as a guitar as Lucky Charms? I don't think so, because I burn through chicks. I burn through picks, and then they probably just. I tell you what I do. I burn through them, and the ones that are getting like a bit kind of worn down, when people order stuff on my store, like CDs and stuff and various things, often I put bonus picks in those packages, and that's how I get rid of my slightly worn down picks. They're probably totally fine, and people are like, probably just use them as a normal pick. But like, as soon as I burn that tip out, you can see right here, it's still, this is a pretty new pack. Will it focus on that? I don't know, will it? It's probably looking at my face, so it probably won't. Let me hide my face. Can we get a focus on a pick? Probably not. So you can see that one, I've nicked the end of it. So that one is probably getting pretty close. But it's getting pretty close to being like put in the pile to go in the bonus items. Yeah, they're there. So no requests, buddy, no, but you should join our Discord, and that's where we do other kinds of fun things as well. We have different types of streams. So okay, so I would suggest just go with the toast sunset. You'll be fine. It's very good. That's funny. That's funny. That is funny. Too funny. Just got the Devon Townsend Fishman set. Incredible sound. Oh, okay. Huge fan as a first-time Fishman user. That is great. Thank you, Joe. Well, yeah, I've never heard the Devon sound, but I like Devon's sound, and Devon's a cool guy as well. So I imagine his pickups sound great. That is very, yeah. Lots of good sets. Yeah, this is a Flow 1.0. Yeah. Also, somebody was asking about the solo competition. Me and Hutch both have great ideas. What happened was the entries just completely ramped up towards the end, and we had a real tight grasp on it. We knew exactly at a certain point who would be going through to round 2 and stuff like that. But then suddenly everybody must have held out to the last day or two to enter, and we had the big influx of additional entries, and we are I think we're pretty much there really. So we're going to announce the next stage and the details of it very, very soon, but probably this week, certainly on the Twitch channel right here. So Joe's working, that's cool. So I think expect that this week, and also we've obviously been changing the stream time, completely changing the actual layout of the room and everything. So it's been a lot going on, but we kind of don't want to screw the round 2 up. You want to have the right guys through for the right reasons, and also there's so many damn good entries. I mean, surely you guys were looking at the hashtag and there's so many people that could just go straight through to the next round. It's really, really crazy. Yeah. Oh. That still works. Oh yeah, there's some killer players in there. Absolutely, some wild players. That's probably one of my favorite string skips right now that I do quite a lot at the moment, where I go from the low, well, from the A string to the B string. Pinch harmonics is basically where you take, there's a pick, and you take the little kind of front end of the pick, and you kind of catch it with the thumb part, and you feel around, and you're kind of nipping the string a little bit. That's where you and you just kind of find that. So it's where you are kind of pinching, really, is. That's what you do. And you just kind of get used to different parts of the neck. So the streaming schedule. The streaming schedule will be probably updated at some point today, tomorrow as well. I think we're probably going to change the days up as well as the time. And also we have a special guest, which we are launching, or announcing rather, possibly today. Yeah. So 1st of February, I believe. Let me just check. And this will be fun. We'll be doing some jamming as well. So this will be a lot of fun. Yeah. So let me just check when this special guest is going to be on. I'm sure it's the 1st of Feb. Yeah, 1st of Feb, 4 p.m. UK. It's going to be good. Yeah, we'll update it on Discord. I started to update Discord today, and if anybody's watching for the first time today and wants to hang out with us and wants the latest updates on what we're doing around here, because as you've seen today, everything just completely changed, then head over to the Discord channel. It's absolutely free to join. Mystery vocalist, no, another guitarist, a very, very good guitarist. So it's not Steve Vai. But maybe we'll ask Steve to join us at some point. Maybe he will. Steve's now into streaming. He's got his, his studio's decked out with cams and all sorts, so I'm sure we could probably make that happen. Well, you guys will have to guess. You'll have to keep guessing. But yeah, it'll be fun. We're gonna do more of that type of stream as well, so I think it'll be a lot of fun. But it's definitely not a vocalist. Satriani, I don't really speak to Joe, I did a tour with Joe back in the day. Well, me and my band. We toured from Canada up to New York, so we covered a lot of ground on a lot of, crazy cities. It was fun. I really, like, during that time, I remember Canada being particularly really, really cool. Loved that. I think it was Toronto, maybe? Or Vancouver. Yeah, I think it was Vancouver. It was good. Yeah, we need to actually get another bass player on as well. We scheduled the bassist. We had Killian lined up, but then he had so many tech issues, and he was in another studio recording his setup for one of the projects that he was working on at that time, and we just couldn't get his laptop to work. There's nothing wrong with vocalists at all. Vocalists totally fine. Vocalists are fine. So I'm going to quickly learn that second solo, guys. I think I've got the first one down. I'm going to see if I can learn the second one. Yeah, DB5 before battle, that would be good. Hear those big guitars? Okay, this is a problem. Okay, there's a big problem. There's a big problem. So, the reason I haven't learned this solo so far, this song, I could not get a solo to work on at all. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. I was out of ideas. This first solo, okay, I went with it, but I actually recorded it after the second solo. And I remember one night I was like, okay, I love this track, because back at this stage I actually just had it as a let me just bring that back on. I had it as it would have been just like the backing track version, right? Like this. No, like this. It's waiting for guitars, right? There's no guitars on it. So, so I fires up my guitar, gets a guitar tone, and I remember I was dialing in different tones. I actually completely went against my default chain. I completely designed the guitar tone from scratch for this song, and it was just a way to kind of break things up, right? Just listen to your backing track again. Oh, okay, yes, and we are going to jam. I actually have a note. We're going to jam over Andy's backing track. Let me not lose this note. What does it say? Andy's backing track. That's what it says. So I'm going to leave that right in front of me because there's one thing that's really, really cool about Shred Club is you can submit your own backing tracks for me to shred over. And I heard a little bit of it, but we need to hear it again and play over it. So that is by Andy. That is one of our awesome guys that is here with us right now. There he is. So but back to the solo. Like I remember, like nothing was working. Everything was just, it was a dud. You know, it's just like I just wasn't feeling it. So then I started getting more and more ridiculous. I was making the intervals even bigger and even wider. And then something clicked and it was like, oh, I like that idea. But by this point, everything was just getting more and more ridiculous. It was like going from the low strings right to high strings. And then the slides were coming and then I was in that zone and like everything was great. I was having the time of my life recording this solo. I was like, you know, I was in my element. And I finally finished recording it and I had no idea like what I was like I was just trying to throw as many different notes together, but at the same time there is like some riffs and licks in there that I kind of are recreatable. But this part, the actual intro solo where it just goes completely like massive intervals. Here we go. Then after that, it's a little bit more kind of like, you know, we can deal with the rest of it. But that other section, I'm gonna have to. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, they are very cool. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna struggle to learn that one. I'm literally gonna have to go back to the original recording of the record. This is a new track that's coming out by McRocklin and Hutch on the 29th. So just 4 more days. Yeah, track it with Melodyne. Yeah, can you imagine that, Harlan? Just play one note and just do Melodyne as a MIDI instrument. So yeah, it's very, very difficult. The first, oh, you see, that's all it takes. A couple of, just listen. So we got. not too bad, not too bad. Oh, I'm pleasantly surprised so far. Okay, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna wait until I've had some Weetabix or Shreddies or something before I attempt that bit, but yeah. All of that sort of slidey stuff, all of that stuff. I used to play with a guy who wrote guitar parts on a keyboard with huge intervals that I had to figure out and play. Nightmare. Yeah, he's giving it all of this stuff and you're like, hey, what is going on there, sunshine? What are you playing at? So, guys, let's change guitars because you remember the blue guitar used to look a little funky on the stream. Well, not anymore, guys. Not anymore. Let's see. Which one do you guys want to take out of the rack? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I think the chrome would look really good. I'll be interested in seeing how that looks. Should we get the blue one out? Oh, I mean, I love this chrome finish, and it was always look a little bit crazy on Shred Club, but on here, you tell me how's that looking? We zoom in. Oof. Bing, bang, boom. Got the Fishman USB charge pack in this guy. Love that option. Super dig it. Looks red. It's blue. Unless you meant rad. Yeah, this is a really, really cool guitar. Now, it has a Tosin set in white. Let me get that a little closer for you. Oh. But yeah, it kind of shifts around, I guess, the color. What neck have we got? We got a darker roasted neck on this guy. Really, really, really super cool. And this has a Royal Ebony fretboard. This is the first guitar I've ever had with a Royal Ebony fretboard. Let's see how that kind of looks. So you guys see that okay? And what I like about this Royal Ebony fretboard is it's not too over the top. It's not crazy, the streaks. It's like, you can tell it's a little funky, but it's still super playable. Yeah, I really, really like this one. Do you use different guitars for different purposes? These are abalone inlays, I believe. Abalone offset, so they're staggered offset. I kind of do and I don't use them for different materials because so many of my guitars are like ash body, similar neck profile. It's just like, my bank account says no to it. Yeah, yeah, it's funny, right? Sorry, Don, I didn't catch your comment. I just said, what are the? Okay, we got it. Yeah, the inlays are called abalone. Yeah, abalone. Yes, so cool. Don says, is there a knot in the 3rd fret? There's no dent, no, but there is. Yeah, it's like a wood knot. Yeah, you're right. So you can see on the 3rd fret there. It kind of looks like it's dented, I guess, but it's totally smooth. It's just the grain of the wood. Really, really cool. But it has the Tosin set, the Fishman Tosin set. I love this guitar. I really, really like it. I really, really like this guitar as well, especially like now, just sitting with it in a more natural environment where we're not worried about weird. I like the shirt. Yeah. Good band. Good band. Yeah, I like it. It's a great guitar. Really, really cool. So I just missed a comment. How does the weight feel on a headless guitar, bottom or heavy? Don, that's a good question over on YouTube. And audio to the eyeballs. Hey, I'm good. How are you? Nice to see you here. Yo. So every time I start noodling, I completely fall out of sync with the comments. But yeah, I mean, the thing that really attracted me to a headless guitar is actually the balance, you know. Now, I guess you could get a headless guitar that is a very heavy bodied guitar, in which case it might want to pull a bit to the right. But most of mine are very like fairly light pieces of ash, so they actually are super balanced. So for example, you put on a strap, you can just sit and it ain't going anywhere, and it's just so comfortable. You just pop it on your lap. It's totally fine on the right, you know. Totally fine on the right, great on the left. I've got a footrest right here, so it's like if I'm at the keyboard and mouse, and as you'll see when we install the overhead camera, so you guys are going to see more of what's going on around me. Pedal board's going to be built up. You guys are going to tell me, hey, put that Strymon in after this. You're going to tell me, you know, get the Abasi Pathos, get the, I don't know, what? We've got all the Friedman pedals, and, you know, and don't worry, we still have the pink flip. So if you guys say, hey, get 2 notes on the phone because we want to try this amp, you know, you guys want to hear, I don't know, like a Dove amplification head or something wild like that, and stack it up against some neural stuff, we're going to do all of that stuff. So I think it'll be a blast, you know. It's going to be an absolute gear fest. So, and I think we're very like-minded in that sense that we both love a lot of gear, right? So, so you guys, you know, keep me on track with that. Head over to the Discord and let me know what kind of gear you want this. Yes, there'll be 7 mouses. Yeah. That's awesome. Looks like I got to come over to Twitch. It's very lively, it's very fun, and we have our own Discord as well. So after we stream, we can hang out. I'm there on my phone, all my computers. I'm there all the time. So it's a great way to interact and keep up. Especially that I've been changing the stream a little bit recently. It's a great way of just keeping up with the latest as well. But more than that, my favorite thing on Discord is to jump in the random audio chats and just talk, and we have some epic conversations. We're going to do that later today. That's what we're going to do. McRocklin may be better. What? Make me better. And you man, that's such a twing. You see, it's got me absolutely twisted, Chili. I can't even say it. I'm gonna have to add that to the stream, and then somebody can break it down further. Top Gear, but guitars. Oh my gosh, what a combination! Especially when I bring the Ibanez rack over here, and we start going through some of the legacy Ibanezes. Do you want a little sneak peek? Should we do a little sneak peek right now? Should we bring like what Ibanez that is in the cart right now? That's real old school, real 80s. What, yeah? Okay. See? You see the kind of stuff we can do when we're just chilling out like this? Chili, I was trying to focus on what you were saying, but I just couldn't get it. Yeah, a gem. Which gem? I've got 5 gems over there. Should we go with a gem that you might not have seen because it is green? How about that? So before we get to, like, you know, the custom Ibanezes that Ibanez made for me, before we get to like the wild and crazy Ibanez stuff, which we will do, how about we bring out a gem that you probably haven't seen, or if you have, it's a very, very long time ago. So I'm gonna stick this one back on a stand over here. Oh, I am digging this, guys. We can have a lot of fun here. And also, I have fully charged my triple play. And very, very soon, we're going to do some triple play action. Because you guys know I love this. And I don't even know if you can see it right in the corner over here. Look at this. Flashing away. This is the triple play receiver, which is amazing. So it's always on. It's wireless. And we just got to turn this guy on, bing, and it instantly connects to Ableton. And as soon as I go to the Mac, you can see, you start sending MIDI right into it. So more triple play soon. And you can see, now that we can get a close-up on some of these guitars, this is what a flamed maple top looks like. We're gonna get some of these blips sound effects turned down. Apparently I'm blasting you guys with sound effects. So yeah, so this is a flame maple top. Love this guitar. And as soon as my tech is back from the jungle, the triple play is incredible. It's absolutely fantastic. Neck 3 on this guitar, 5-piece, walnut and mahogany. I've never tried that combination before I got this guitar, but yeah, look at that. I mean, this is super, super cool. 5-piece neck, ebony fretboard. You can see the finishes in so much. Yeah, it's great, Andy. Yeah, I'm digging it. You know, like getting to stand up and move around and show you guys some key gear and stuff. But yeah, I love like the flame maple. And if you guys want to see how easy you can like take the triple play off and stuff like that, super easy. As you can see right here, you can just loosen off your strap button, lift this up, and then tighten your strap button up, and then that whole system will just come right off your guitar. Very, very easy to install. And you can just lift this out as well. So if you don't want to have your triple play on for certain, you know, gigs or whatnot, you can install it and you'd be absolutely fine to remove it, no problem. That neck transition, yeah, looks very comfy. Well, you can see when I'm holding it that I can access right up to, well, I can play the pickups. I can play right up there, no problem. Still got some space because it's just really, 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 really smooth. Super cool. But yeah, really, really cool guitar. So the reason I stood up, right, was to grab something that you guys haven't maybe seen before. And I'll tell you a little story. And I might have to clean it, actually. I might have to give it a little once over. It's the first time debuting this guitar. I'm going to give it the once over, okay, guys? Just the once, nothing too crazy. Just before I bring it out for you. All right, so here we go. Gem from the 80s. Woo! Now I can tell right away this is looking quite vibrant on the stream. It has not faded very much at all since the 80s. Now I can tell actually this guitar needs some setting up because look at the angle. That bridge is just a bit further back. But it's still bouncy, still bouncing. Yo, it's a really cool guitar. So let me tell you a little bit about this guitar and how I came to get it. You can see these guitars originally, there was 777 of them made. And typically, well, they were all signed by Steve at the back, but I just played it so much that the signatures wore out, but this is where the number would have been, and that's where Steve would have signed it. But, you know, me and Steve end up becoming good friends, and, you know, he produced my band's album, and, you know, I did videos with Steve Vai, and we end up being lifelong friends, I guess, really. But, so I wasn't so bothered that the signature kind of faded out on this guitar. And you can see right at the top, Some people have wrote things on the top of the headstock, right in the back. Can we get it? Oh, can we? You know, there's a bit of scribbles on there where people have wrote different things. Oh, there's actually a naughty message. There's a naughty message on there. So let's plug it in, see how it sounds. And I'll tell you the kind of progression as well. So, but first of all, how did this guitar come about? Well, we'll get to that after we see how it sounds, right? Oh, it is very out of tune. Now that volume part is rather clicky. An original LNG, exactly. Oh, that is very, very out of tune. And oh, we've left them unlocked, so this could be, we could be in luck. I might start going through some of these older guitars and just put some new D'Addario strings on them. You know, I can set them up enough that they'll play totally fine. It's not going to be super in tune for sure, but we'll see. The strings are not from the 80s. They're not as old as that. These on necks are always pretty thin. Yeah, they're pretty thin. Pretty damn thin. So I don't know if I can get you a bit of an angle on how thin that actually is. Maybe. Let me... I don't know if that's going to focus, but it's a pretty damn thin neck. Let me kind of get a bit of an idea. And the block inlays, super, super cool guitar. So, very, very smooth. So, as we now have a Ibanez out, and I wasn't really planning too much, but I'll tell you a little bit about the story. And then, as I moved into kind of picking up my relationship with Ibanez after many, many years away from playing, so back to this story first, because we've been talking about that for a while. Thanks for the follow, guys, as well, for everybody that's been hitting the follow before we started going off on an Ibanez rampage. So I went to America, to New York, and it was to do something with Guitar World magazine, I believe it was. I just shot something with Guitar World, and I think maybe it's, you know, in New York there's like Sam Ash and a couple of other music stores. And basically, at the time I was there probably using my floral gem, and we'll get to the floral gems in a future stream. And if you're new to the stream, then, you know, don't forget to hit the follow so you don't miss out on those. And I mean, at this time I'm like 8 or 9 years old. I'm like this big, and I seize this guitar. And I just remember seeing it in the catalogs, and I think maybe like videos like Skyscraper, and like, wow, you know, like crazy moment. And then I kind of got to try the guitar, and then I wouldn't leave the store. So I put my dad in probably the most awkward, awful situation you could probably put him in, because, like, you know, it was like quite an expensive guitar. So I'm like, no, I'm not leaving. And then probably some hours later, he ends up, you know, credit card down, buys the guitar. And this was kind of like before my relationship with Ibanez came about, I guess, really in the early days. And then the thing is we went to another music store like 2 or 3 stores up, 2 minutes away, and they had the same kind of guitar, the exact same model for like $400 left or something. So he was always like, ah, what a kicker. But at the same time, It's a legendary guitar, and this one has been with me for a long time. It sounds great, it's a fun guitar, it still looks awesome. Needs a little bit of a setup, but it's still in great shape. But then some years later, you know, as I picked up my relationship with Ibanez and returned back to the music industry and the guitar industry, I knew I wanted a different sound, you know, I wanted something fresh, modern, you know. So let me show you a couple of guitars that really brought that about, you know, really kind of got me on track, if you like. I'll bring out two guitars, which are still Ibanez. And I think you'll really like, well actually, I'm going to show you two guitars, but I'll start with one. Tripping up everywhere. So, I started playing Ibanez, and then, obviously now my main brand is Kiesel, and I love those guys, but I'm telling you the story as it unfolded. So I kind of knew I wanted a fresh and new, a different sort of sound, and at the same time, you guys watching on the Fishman channels will know of a very cool guy called Ken Susi, and he just so happens to send me a message, and he's like, do you want to check out these pickups? And I'd heard like Fishman Fluence, yeah, I heard the term a lot, but I didn't really know much about it. So he sent some pickups out, and they kind of, you know, they didn't get installed right away, but not much longer. I took my guitar to the guitar tech and we installed, it was actually the other guitar first, and I'll show you that in a second. But then he installed, my tech installed the Fishman Fluence Classics at first on the red Ibanez, and then right away, that was it. There was no going back. It was just crazy. As soon as I heard the Fishman pickups, I heard the splits and the detail, boom, everything had changed. So like my two main guitars at that time suddenly became this RG. Now this RG actually was HSH, but I used to have a Fishman single coil in the middle just for dummies because it was like HSH, right? But then now we have like this custom scratch plate on there, which is a guy called Autovision in Japan made, and super cool. We have two versions of this scratch plate, and it's really nice. Looks sick. Very thin profile on this guitar. Very thin neck. But this guitar also has the Fishman Charger, which is awesome. Like that is just like so. I mean, obviously I've bashed this guitar, but yeah, we've got the wheel in here, so the normal backpack wouldn't like go in here, but because Fishman make three versions of their USB charger, there's a version for pretty much every type of guitar. Then that's how we charge this one up. So this one has the Tosin Fluence, and it's really cool, really cool. Nice. What do you guys think of that one? You guys dig this RG? I forget the model of it. It is a, I don't know, 3750 or something like that. I'm not sure. Really cool guitar. That pick, yeah, the pick guard is nice. Really cool. Love this guitar. Super bouncy. Like the flutter. You want to hear it? You guys want to hear this guitar? Hook it up. All right, I'm going to open a window because now that we've been streaming for like an hour or so, or maybe a bit more, it is damn hot in here now. So I'm going to open a window. Meanwhile, you can rotate this guitar and just check it out. We'll fire it up. Make some noise with it. There we go. We are getting some cool air sent in right now. Just before I fire it up, let me tell you about that first guitar that I installed the Fishman Fluences on. It was this RG6, and this guitar, Stairway to Heaven, Stairway to Heaven call. No, we are not going to do that call. Has the classics on it with a 5-way super switch. Classics, I believe, are in the ceramic finish, and they just look blazing in the ceramic. Yeah, maple fretboard. This one is the one of the Ibanez's that has a ridiculous number of like pieces. It's like 11 pieces. So like, I don't know why you need 11 pieces, but feels pretty cool. I think it's Wenge with other ones. Keys will always say Wenge necks kind of start to stink, so I don't know. But this one, I actually didn't put the battery pack in. It's just got a PPK battery in there, and it's lasted for a long, long time. Ever play a paddock neck? I don't think I have. Yeah, cool guitar. Anyway, so this is the one that kind of started my Fishman journey, if you like, a couple of years back now. And that is how I transitioned from Ibanez to Ibanez with Fishman, and now Kiesel with Fishman, which is an amazing combination. And don't forget, we'll go through the history and all of the guitars in due course. So if you're new to the stream or you're new to the Fishman channels, then don't forget to like the Fishman Facebook page, subscribe on their YouTube channel, because I will be doing feature streams on their channels as well. And don't forget to hit the follow on my Twitch, because you don't want to miss out. So let's. I mean, this guitar is probably not going to sound so different because it's using the Tosin set as well. What does the topic say, Andy? I have no idea. Andy, you have to let me know, because we might not have tweaked everything. It might not make sense. I don't know. So this guitar is like basically like a stabilizer on it. So it has a little kind of bump somewhere when you move it. This is this system like here. You can see in here. It's modded a little bit. It's got some like rubber bushes added, which my tech did because it was like a bit clunky when it returned. This is like an RG3750 with a custom plate. Originally it was HSH, but now it is HH, and the custom pickguard covers up the single coil that is underneath. Theory course on oh, okay. Theory course on School of McRocklin. Yeah, okay. Now I've got the action really low, so we can choke it out. So you hear that? I love the choke. Now, Gypsy, when it's on here. Yeah, it's a good trem system, right? Yeah. So when I'm palm resting like that, it's not going out of tune. If you're new to headless guitars, that will likely happen, but you'll adjust super quick. I didn't suffer from that, but I know like Tim, when I first gave him my headless guitar, and Tim's like 6'3", 6'4", I don't know, maybe less, maybe, more or less or more, but he's a big dude. And the first time I give him my headless guitar, immediately he's going, because like his hand's resting where you'd naturally want to put your hand. It just wasn't used to the proportions of it yet. So that will happen, but like, it didn't happen to me, but if you're a big guy, it will, but you adjust really quick. And now Tim plays a headless Delos HD, yeah, and totally like rocks it, no problem. And he's like 6 foot odd, so even if you're a bigger guy, you can play headless. But yeah, love how the action is just so ridiculously low, it just chokes out. Such a blazing, like, nasty guitar. Very, very cool. So this is one that I really, really like. And I've actually, especially like that custom scratch plate, you know, that Auto Vision did in Japan. We had conversations on Instagram for so long, and the poor guy, I mean, I was like, hey, Auto, I love everything that you make, you know, these custom plates. And he was like going through so many revisions and getting into philosophy and like the way I approach guitar. And every time he would show me a mock-up, I'd be like, that's amazing, let's go with that. And then 2 months later, he's like, I discarded it, I binned it, I started again because it wasn't matching your whatever. I was like, oh my gosh. But he eventually sent 2 out. I have a black one in a case over there, which we can geek out on maybe one day. And I put the black and blue on here as well. So, like the background today, you like it? It's a little bit different, right? It's a bit more chilled. It's a bit more natural. What functions are you playing on the amp to get the sound? Carl's asking over on Facebook. So right now, this is a point where I should see if I can load up the graphic overlay. Mohammed is asking what guitar. This is an RG, Mohammed. I think it's a 3750 FZ, but you know, Ibanez always have like crazy names and I can't see the name on it. But it's a Prestige Ibanez with a 5-piece neck and Fishman Fluence Tosin set. Well, there is no DeLorean today, but speaking of DeLoreans, I have some very exciting news coming soon. McRocklin, what audio monitors do you recommend that are cheap? I would suggest maybe checking out the PreSonus Aorus range. It's very, very good. Obviously, models like Yamaha HS series are very popular. KRK RP series is also very popular. The Adam T series is also very, very good value for money, and they have ribbon tweeters. So in order of price, M Audio is probably your cheapest stuff with the M range. Then you go up to maybe PreSonus Aorus, KRK K range. Adam T series is probably a nice medium because, you know, for about £200-300 you can get some German ribbon tweeters which sound great. Yamaha HS stuff, all good as well. So there you go, 5 different choices. Yeah. Right now I'm rocking some Focals, which I've had for a while, and I actually jumped around quite a lot with Focals, but really, really digging the Focals. What guitar do you guys want to see next? I feel like we just went down memory lane with the old vintage Ibanez's. Does the RG come standard with Fishman pickups? It depends on model. In different times and different models come with different configurations. Some of them do. What's up, Graham? Graham watching over on YouTube. Yo. Some Lear action. Okay. Now, this guitar, unfortunately, is actually very, very, very small. It's a beautiful guitar. I love this guitar. But because it's a neck-through design, there's only so far that we can access. Because obviously, when I had this guitar built, I was like, hey, every guitar that Keys will build for me, I'm like, hey, which Fluence set we're going to put in this one? But this one is just too small. But it's a badass little guitar. I mean, I like this thing. It sounds really cool. Nice size. You guys get to see it close up. You never really get to see it close up on the Shred clubs streams, right? Because the cameras are all set differently. Now, I really, really am a big fan of block inlays. I've got to say, that is probably something that I wasn't expecting to love so much. You guys a fan of block inlays? What do you think of block inlays? Oh, I wouldn't say too small, but I would say like maybe too small to put like active circuitry and stuff like that. Much better than side dots. Herman Lee's here. Wow, what is up, buddy? Thanks for joining today. We're new stream, new setup. So I might have mentioned this yesterday on WhatsApp, Herman. But yeah, this is the halfway finished setup. Halfway. Still got some tweaks. Got another pedal cabinet coming. More gear, Herman. And I think me and you are very similar in that sense that we both appreciate lots of gear. So yeah. But yeah, I really dig this guitar. Really, really cool. But I wouldn't say it's too small. It's like, it's proportionate. It's fine. I've got to say, I think like overall, size-wise, I do slightly prefer the Zeus and the Osiris. That to me, it's just like, it's a nice balance. You know, kind of, it's comfy, it's small, it's, you know, it's cool. And obviously right here, we've got the Fishman Fluence Tosin set on this guitar. This is an ash body. Love this guitar. And this is a guitar that you don't normally get to see a lot on the stream because it's green. Love the 3D look and finish too, yeah. But yeah, I dig the block inlays. I think I'm going to use that option again. I really, I think it's good on the visualization when you're looking at the fretboard. It's really cool. Really cool. Yeah, trans teal, I think. Trans teal. Man, fingers didn't smell too bad. I thought after playing those Ibanez's and having not restrung them in like many years, I thought I was going to have those kind of smelly fingers, you know, 20-year-old strings. Oh. I remember picking up the Gibson and the Fender one day on a stream, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to just take a break, go wash those hands. But I think we're going to revisit many of my older guitars on future streams. What do I think is the future of guitar? I mean, that's really a difficult question, but that's an awesome comment. That is an awesome comment. New shoes and awesome sounding guitars. I mean, that is a good combination. Just want to make sure I'm not missing out on anything here. Okay, cool. Okay, so basically, what I think is the future of guitars, very interesting. I think more people should give headless a chance. Now, I appreciate a good-looking headstock, and my favorite headstock of all time is the Kiesel. It's the Kiesel. Come on, you guys know I say it all the time. It's the GT headstock. Is it the GT headstock? Am I right, guys? The GT headstock. Anyway, it's a great looking curvy headstock. It's like proportions are awesome. It's a really cool headstock. But a lot of people, like, they just dismiss headless guitars on like looks alone, but you have to pick them up and feel them to really kind of think and feel like, oh damn, that actually is really cool. It's balanced, it's like super easy to play, easy to maneuver. There's so many advantages. The tuning for most people is very stable. All the curves in the right places. I'm with you, Chili, exactly. So yeah. Your view on nickel versus stainless steel frets, Mohammed's asking. I prefer stainless steel, actually, yeah. I like the tone, I like the sort of smoothness when you bend. All my guitars either have well, I mean, my new Kiesel guitars have stainless steel. Apart from one, I have gold Evo frets because, you know, bling. You know, everybody needs a bit of bling now and again. But otherwise, for sure, stainless steel. I like that. What do you guys prefer? Do you like nickel or stainless steel? It just bends so good. Exactly, Joey. I think you can just play with them for so long, super comfortable, really, really, really just, you know, and stainless steel. I'm with you there as well. Yeah. Herman needs a very, very, you know, he needs bridges that can take the most extreme Dragon Force punishment. I've been on the side of the stage watching Herman tear it up, and there's very few guitars that's going to kind of really deliver exactly what Herman needs for his shows. Awesome, awesome show though. If you guys, I mean, it's very sad because there's not, I don't know when Dragon Force have live shows, but having toured with them and seen them from the side and the front, and every night I'm like, my show's done, I'm gonna go get some food, but then they start their first song and then I'm there until the very end. You have to see Dragon Force live if you ever get the opportunity. Even my family, like my entire extended family were like at this gig. My wife, sisters, everything. And they were just like absolutely blown away. Incredible night. Great, great band live. So you have to take the opportunity if it ever comes your way. You will not regret it. I was supposed to go to their show last year, but COVID happened. Oh, sad times, man. Sad times. Hey, what's up, buddy? Fan from Denmark. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for tuning in today. Fan from Denmark, new to your stream, but love the talk and tone so far. Well, that's great. Don't forget, you can come hang out with us on Discord, which is totally free. Don't need to be a subscriber of the channel. If you do have Amazon Prime, then absolutely use that to subscribe to the channel for free. And you get many, many awesome perks for doing that. But if you want to come hang out with us, the Discord link is down below in the Twitch. So come chill out with us. So, oh yes, you're going to have to wait for all of the band stuff to come out, right? Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, waiting for your favorite bands to start the tour cycle up again, that's going to be difficult, man. Difficult. But yeah, I like this guitar. I might even play, just checking my fingers, aren't too bad. Let's see, can we play a track? What we got? They are going to have a lot of energy. You are absolutely right. You are right. Let's do it! Behind his backing track, must not forget. Hey, that was the first song that we played with the new stream setup, and it felt good. It felt nice. Playing tracks, sitting in chairs, cup of tea. You guys, you know, spamming up the emotes and keep me on my toes with the chat. I could get used to this, guys. What about you? Could you get used to this or not? We're still gonna tweak things up for sure. But I like it. This is fun. Gypsy likes it better. Okay, I like it. Sick Tone, is that your neural DSP stuff? Yes, it is. I can show you exactly my sounds right now, actually. So for this particular one, here's my guitar rack in Ableton. My main gain sound is right here, and right there we are ripping away with the Granosphere. Andy is digging it. I love it, and it's a nice change of pace. I agree. Yeah. It's just allows us to settle down and have some time. And I'm especially looking forward to the gear stuff that we can do together. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really, really excited for this. But yeah, using the Granosphere for this main gain sound, using the Gojira for my sounds, like the ambient sounds that you hear. I like the new setup too. I could get used to it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so Gojira for that. And when I use this sound, oh baby, there's only one thing that does that clean. The Corey Wong. I really, really, really dig this one. I actually, over the coming weeks, will make preset packs for all of these sounds, and we'll release those on my store. Man, Chili knows my setup. Oh, this is amazing. This is like having a guitar tech, but of the Twitch world. It's like he knows exactly what I'm thinking. How epic. Yeah, EV30, exactly, into the Blackstar Live Logic. What a guy. What a guy. So yeah, obviously, lots of neural stuff, and I've been a huge fan of Neural DSP for a long time. And I guess it was, we did like an Ultimate Neural DSP shootout a couple of months back on right here on Twitch. And I was like, that is amazing. Like just having taken some time and revisit them, trying other brands, trying other plugins. I'm always keeping up to date with what's coming out, and revisiting the Neural DSP after like a couple of months break. I was like, okay. They've got it down. they know exactly, and from what I hear with the updates behind the scenes in Gojira, there's some really, really cool updates coming to all of our other plugins as well. So cool. Yeah, and this setup doesn't really require too much of Tony. Tony can go, take a nice pizza break. You can go do something else. Are the Neural DSP packs compatible with the quad Cortex? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. That might be one that we need to ask Neural, but hey, thanks for all the follows, guys. That's really awesome. Nice to see so many of you are following and joining in. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. Okay. So Kirby has some issues with the bass in the Tosin set. Now, actually, I actually had not a similar experience, but I know that Tosin likes bass and he likes treble because his band is like, it's 2 guitarists, right? It's 8 strings, so he has to cover a lot of the low end boom. But when you maybe have a bassist and stuff, maybe you don't need that, So on a future stream on my Twitch channel, what I'm probably going to do is maybe just dial some kilotones just with the Abasi plugin, without any pedals on my pedal board, just literally guitar straight into the interface, load up the Abasi, treat it as if we were just fresh in a room with an amp, and do some stuff. And because I understand that the presets for some people might be like on the heavier bottom end side of things, but yeah, I'm sure we can dial them in. I've had some great sounds out of the Abasi plugin. So I'm sure it can be done. Tosin also uses a split a lot as well, and this is the Tosin pickups. So the split sound is like that's full gain, as in humbucker. That's split. So, I don't know. It can definitely be done. All right, what am I missing, guys? What am I missing? And also, I don't want to, have we been streaming 2 hours already on the Fishman channels? I don't want to kind of, if they have other things scheduled, I don't want to kind of, chew into too much of Fishman's time allocation. So what I might do is I'm going to continue streaming for a little bit longer on my Twitch channel. But guys, if you've been watching on the Fishman Facebook and YouTube page, thanks very much for tuning in and hanging out with us. Today I've been Thomas McRocklin, showing you some guitars that have various pickups in, but obviously a lot of the Tosin sets, as it's one of my favorite sets. But very soon I'll show you another set that I absolutely love, and it's really, really versatile. So don't forget to subscribe or like the page if you're watching on Facebook. And also, triple play action is in demand. There's been a couple of guys that's been wanting more triple play streams, and I love triple play. It's really, really cool. So we'll be doing more of that very, very soon. So I'm gonna end the Fishman stream right now on the Facebook and YouTube page, but I'll continue streaming on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/McRocklin, for a little bit longer, and see what we get up to. So guys, have a great day, and I will see you on Fishman channels very, very soon. All right, take it easy.